We are still talking about the potter and the clay, because this is a process in all of our lives. And today I want to speak a little bit about how the potter takes the pot after it comes out of the oven, and then he puts this pot on the shelf. And you know, when you are there on the shelf and you see everybody's life goes on, everybody's so busy, and there you sit on the shelf. All of a sudden, your life stopped, and you think to yourself, did God forget about me? Wasn't it about me? Isn't this journey about me? And now he just put me on the shelf? And there in our heart, God allow us to wrestle a bit. Is life just about you? Is it about your comfort? Everything perfect in your life? What is life about? You know, when you're down there and you're struggling every day to survive, you don't get a chance to go up and sit on your Abba Father's lap maybe and look through his eyes at life. And there, you can't do anything by yourself. You need him to help you. And there, it becomes such a humble place. You can do nothing by yourself. You need God. It's a place where I look at Moses. Times differs for people. But Moses, it took him 40 years to be ready so that he could lead the people. And then I think of Saul, who became Paul. Took him a while before he could enter into Jerusalem, and the church of Jerusalem accepted him. He had to go through the process. I think of John the Baptist. You know, he was John. Everybody knew about John, the man in the wilderness. He baptized everybody, and he was really the man of the desert. And then Jesus came, and everybody's focus turned to Jesus. And John stood back. And you know, he was at a good place that he could stood back. Because if life is about you and you are in front, you are still in the process. But there's going to come a day where God is going to put you aside on the shelf, and he's going to be in front. And many times when we are just on the shelf, we get so afraid. And we say, but what about me? I need to save the world, and I need to do it. God says, this is now your time. This is a time where I want you to become so dependent on me. A time where your eyes are fixed on me. A time where I mature you. Because I want to use you as this pot for the master's use. A masterpiece for the master's use. And none of us can decide how long I'm going to be on the shelf, you know. It can be a month. It can be a year. It can be 10 years. And then you become all quiet, more quiet. And you don't want to prove yourself anymore to the world. Because everybody goes on down there. You're in a different place. In this place, it's kind of you and God. It's kind of quiet. In this place, you don't need to perform to anyone. You are kind of open, transparent. And this is a place where God says, I can start to use you. Because life's not about you anymore. And don't think you are on there and tomorrow everything is going to be perfect. I found that when we get there, we start arguing with God. I want to do something. I want to be used. Use me. Do this. Do this. And then in my life, I've seen he says, I'm going to use you, right? I'm going to use you. Look after your mom. I'm going to use you. Doesn't matter where Aldo find himself. Be there for him. Just be there for him. Life's not about you, Retah. Life's about me. I want to use you for the master's use. Be my hands. Be my feet. So many times we want to be his hands and feet where our names are in red. But I've learned that the places that really, really change our hearts are where we are his hands and feet and nobody sees what we're even doing. Those are the places where you can feel the power of God flowing through you, the Spirit of God moving through you. I would encourage you, I'm not sure where you find yourself in this process, but know this today, it is a process. It is a process. And the longer we go on, the more mature we become. The longer we go on, the less we fight the process. The longer the journey goes on, we sound like Joshua and Caleb. With my God, I can do this. Doesn't matter what challenge we are facing today. Maybe we should start declaring what Joshua and Caleb said. This is something that I've learned while I'm there on the shelf and God used you. And even the time that he puts you there are times that he forms us. I have learned not to waste any time. Wherever in the process you find yourself, think your thoughts can change even your DNA. Your thoughts can give an aroma to this masterpiece. Your thoughts create words, and your words has up spirit and power. And your words become your destiny. It forms your tomorrow. Wherever you find yourself on this journey, speak life. Speak into your destiny. Make sure your thoughts are in alignment with the Word of God. Not with your own wishes, with the Word of God. Speak life over yourself and over your situation. Speak the Word. There's just no more powerful words than the Word of God. And in this time, stop complaining. Stop whining over where you find yourself, but start gazing in the eyes of the Father, because this is the place where your life will change. I had a wonderful conversation this morning with a friend in New Zealand, and as we were praying, she said these words. She says, Retah, I hear God's voice, but I not only want to hear his voice, I want to connect with him. She says, because I can hear Siri's voice as well, you know. But if I'm connected to the heart of the Father, I know something's going to happen. And this is my prayer, that God, wherever you find yourself on this journey, that you will connect with him and not reject him for what you go through, but connect with him, even in the fire, even on the potter's wheel, even on the shelf. Connect with the Father. Ask him that, and he will give us the desires of our heart. My dear friend, I bless you. God's will, we speak tomorrow.